So good afternoon out there in Facebook land. I know everybody's probably a little cooped up. I notice traffic is a little lighter here on the streets on this Saturday afternoon. But since you can't come here, I'd go ahead and show you some of the artifacts that we're currently assessing to make sure that they're available in our archives by this summer. And this one collection is massive. It has over several hundred different artifacts that we're going to pretty much keep in these boxes, and there's about 4 boxes of this. The artifacts themselves date back all the way to about the mid-1850s, all the way up to about I think I've seen some pieces going into like 1920. So once the Sievers collection is fully accessioned and entered into the computer, that's going to be a great resource for us here. And plus, this last week I went ahead and accessioned about almost 200 different artifacts from photographs, as well as down to papers and things. With the Sievers collection, I wanted to show you some of the most interesting pieces that I thought was interesting, at least. The first one is a receipt here from 1902. And I'm going to hold it up, and hopefully the camera will pick it up. If you notice, there's a word crossed out for the county tax, and it's dog. A lot of the receipts that we have in the collection that go back to the 1870s, you can tell where Mr. Sievers had to pay a tax on dogs, just like what we did today. And for the most part, back in the 1870s, the price of the dog tax was like $2.50. I don't know what the dog tax here is in Cumberland County, but I know in Franklin County it's $10 per dog. Next, we have a receipt signifying that David Sievers paid his $20.28 taxes for May 15th, 1871. What I find interesting about this piece here is that the fact that it has the word state militia on it. So when you paid your taxes, it also gave some of the tax money over to the state militia. So that's another interesting piece. And then we also have a diary that we have in this collection here. Now, you probably saw the Facebook posting yesterday. Because of the trying times we're living in right now, we, as well as like several hundred institutions around this country, are asking people to keep a diary. Because diaries are primary sources. So 50 to 100 years from now, when somebody is researching our time period today, they're going to want to know the actual primary resources, or they're going to go to those primary resources, and those are diaries and things of that such that show how people lived. This one here is quite interesting just because of the fact that it starts out in October of 1903, and for the entry here for the 15th, basically Mr. Sievers is keeping record of the temperature. So on the 15th of October, he noted that it was clear and warm, and that it was pretty calm all day. And then he talks about some of the people that came over to visit. Same way with the 17th of October, cloudy and rain all day. And then he talks about some of the weather patterns that were occurring in the morning versus in the afternoon. And of course, he even talks about the barometer in the evening as it began to fall, and that's because on the 18th, clear and cold. So literally, it's kind of like the roller coaster that we're kind of seeing here today. Well, he was experiencing something similar in 1903. The last thing that I have here is a ledger, and the ledger is a little hard to read. Now, some of the entries in this ledger go back from 1859 all the way up to 1867. And this is just a ledger of basically all kinds of transactions that took place. What's really interesting about this is not only is the penmanship and how neat it is. I don't know if the camera could pick up on that or not. But also, most of this ledger is written in German. So, hopefully, we can get things back to normal. But when we do, and these, once this collection is made available, we definitely hope that the community can at least come in, take advantage of these and actually check them out. So if you're interested and would like to see us do more videos like this during the shutdowns, we will definitely try to do so. With that being said, I just want to thank everybody out there for their patience, for their support, and we'll get through all this. I know we will. History will tell you that.